Hi friends, welcome to session number 10 and we have come to the session of sales closing. Trust me, this is one of the most important sessions that I love to conduct. I have coached more than 25,000 students and sales professionals, startup founders. I've mentored more than 150, 200 startup founders on sales. And whoever I've told this, I've coached this, and they have used it are super successful. Their closing ratios have drastically gone up. Tremendous change they have seen, right? So I am sure I am going to give you 10 different ways of closing a sales call course. आपने एक दो तीन चार सुना होगा. I will teach you, I will coach you how to close a sales call in 10 different ways. This can change your life in sales. Trust me, this is phenomenal. Be with me, and once you understand, practice. Practice is the key. Okay, so I'll take you through one by one. First of all, let's understand, when do you go for a sales closing? कब करना है हमको क्लोजिंग? द मोमेंट यू हैव आंसर्ड अ ऑब्जेक्शन सक्सेसफुली. जैसे ही आपने ऑब्जेक्शन हैंडल किया, वो कभी भी होगा, स्टार्ट में, मिडल में, बिगिनिंग में, एंड में. द मोमेंट यू आंसर एन ऑब्जेक्शन, go for a close. How to go, that I'm going to teach you. Okay, so look, you can keep observing your slides and also listen to me what I'm saying, so that will match at times. Okay, so there is a golden rule when it comes to closing, that is ABC. Always remember this rule, ABC. ABC means always be closing. What does this mean? This means you, as a smart salesperson, have to be ready to listen, because closing can happen any moment. Closing can happen in closing can happen at the beginning of the sales call, middle of the sales call, end of the sales call. It is not necessary it will only come after end of the sales call. It can happen any moment. So be ready for those signals. The moment you find an opportunity, go for a close. Correct? So let's understand. If I look at your slides, okay, so first method or first technique is direct close. What is direct close? The moment you have answered a question, you have answered an objection, ask him directly. So, what mode of payment would you like to go for? You would like to prefer cash or check or bank transfer, or UPI payment? And remove your order form, laptop, iPad, whatever it is, and start writing. One of the most aggressive, assertive, and direct form of close. I have seen even experienced people waiting. They will just fold their hands and wait. So, what do I do next? No, it's your job. It's your job. It's your responsibility to lead a client or a customer for a sale. It's your responsibility. Don't expect that he will say, okay, take out your order form, write my name, I'm giving you check. It will never happen, boss. It is your responsibility. It is our responsibility as a salesperson to go for the close. So direct closes. So what mode of payment would you like to prefer? Check, bank transfer, UPI payments, cash, whatever. And then remove order form and start writing. Direct pressure. If he's willing, he'll say, okay, this. Or he'll say, no, wait. If there is another question or another query, he will ask, answer, lapak, again go for a close. Okay, so fantastic. Again, what mode? Right? So this is one form of closing. It is direct close. Is the first technique. You should use it once you have done everything correctly. You use it, it will give you results. Okay. Now all these techniques you can use different times at different clients at different location, different. I'm empowering you with all these techniques. You choose which technique to use when, and this will come with experience. Okay. So second technique is summary close. Again, it is almost like a direct, but you summarize. So this is the product that matches your need, or this is the product that solves your problem. It fits your budget, and delivery is also on time. So let's sign up. So you summarize and then you lead into closing. Okay. So sometimes you use direct technique, sometimes you use summary close technique. You summarize. So this is the problem, and this fits your solution. How about signing up today? Or let's sign up today. Cash, check, what? Order form, close it. Boss, sales is absolutely easy and simple, provided you learn, you master the techniques, and then you practice it. Okay, so that was technique number 2. Third technique is third party close. Third technique is third party close. Now, when do you use third party closing technique? Maybe you're selling a product or service And when a client is convinced but is still sitting on a fence, okay, let me think, let me see, he has never used it earlier. So you have done everything. You have tried direct method, it is not working. He's saying, okay, let me think, he's still not sure. So maybe you give him examples. Sir, for example, if you're selling say a children's plan, or maybe education edtech product, for example, right? So you can always give him examples, sir. In your child's school, around so and so people have bought, or Mr. XYZ has bought. In your society, in your locality, so many people have bought. This is the person who has bought. So you can give with references. These three people have bought. So why don't you go ahead with this? It's absolutely safe. It's very helpful. It is helping them. How about starting it today? So this is called third party क्लोज, जिसमें आप थर्ड पार्टी का रेफरेंस देते हो, एंड देन ही फील्स कॉन्फिडेंस, ओके अच्छा ये उन्होंने लिया है, ओके दिस पीपल हैव बॉट इट, ओके इसमें कुछ तो अच्छा होगा. सो फॉर कस्टमर और क्लाइंट्स हु आर सिटिंग ऑन फेंस, नॉट एबल टू टेक अ डिसीजन, थर्ड पार्टी क्लोज इज द technique you can use. So they are convinced about product, they are convinced about the solution, it fits their budget, but they are just not sure. Abhi lu, nabi lu, thoda confusion hai. So use third party close. So and so people whom you know they have bought, this is what their benefits are. So give a reference of 2-3 people or 2-3 companies or whatever, and then help them to arrive at a decision. Again, check cash kaisa, order form. So this was technique number third. Let's say technique number 4. Okay. So technique number 4 is trial basis close. So here a customer, you have done everything again, but he still has innovation. I've never tried this earlier, or this is something new in the market. Even though rapport is built, he's still not convinced about the product, whether it is going to help him. He's not sure. So you give him an option of trial basis. So what I suggest is, rather than going for a yearly plan, let's start a quarterly plan. You see how it goes. And then once you are convinced, let's switch to yearly plan. Correct? So now you are asking me to try out my product. So this is called trial basis close. So rather than taking a no from him, he is convinced about the product. He understands there is a need. He understands you have a solution. Okay? But rather than saying, let's see, next time, you are trying to close it there and there. If everything is there, and if the objection is handled correctly, still is sitting on a fence, you tell him, so why don't we start with a lower plan, and then once you're satisfied, we go for a higher plan. Make sense? However, use it as a last, because in this case your order value comes down. Even if you have made a sale, order value aapka kam ho gaya, because now you are trying it out. And once he has tried, I am sure you will make him successful and he'll go for a larger plan. But use it as a last resort. Okay? So that is called trial close. Rather than leaving a customer, you are at least getting him to try out my product at a much lower price and then go for a full plan or full service plan, whatever. So that was closing technique 4, trial basis close. Let's understand which is the fifth technique. Again, I love this technique. It is a alternative option, or this is alternative close, or option close we call it, or alternative option close we call it. So here what you do is, so which one would you like to go, this or this? Great, right? So you want to go for black or white, blue or white, half yearly or yearly plan? I am not asking whether you are buying it. I am giving him option which plan, yearly or 3-yearly plan. Correct. So that is called alternative. So he'll say, okay, maybe this, because you have done your objection handling correctly. Everything is done. Everything has fallen in place. Now you are giving him alternatives to buy, this or this. He may choose one. Close it. I told you closing is simple and easy, right? मैंने पहले ही बताया था. Provided you know all these techniques, nuances, कैसे कब कौन सा टेक्निक यूज करना है, ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है सेल क्लोजिंग में. So this was closing technique number 5, that is alternate closing. You are giving him alternatives, this or this, this or that. Okay, this, let's close it. All this is going to happen after you have handled the objection successfully. Correct? Let's move further. You are enjoying, मजा आ रहा है, अभी और मजा बाकी है. See, by the way, these are all extremely powerful techniques. You should master all this, and this will come with practice. Don't think you कौन सा कब use करना है. No, it will come automatically. Keep practicing. Anything that you practice stays with you all your life, right? So practice. And if you want to be a super salesperson, it will help you. Practice. Okay. So this was alternative close. Now, next one is assumptive close. Okay, again, this is very interesting. This is called assumptive close method. Another technique which is called assumptive close. So, assumptive close means you assume. So, when would you like the delivery, on Monday or Wednesday? So, would you like to have a delivery on Monday? When do you want products to be delivered? Monday. So, I've assumed that my client has purchased a product from me and I'm asking for delivery. So, now he's thinking, now Monday is okay. Okay, so let's sign it today. Are you understanding? A very powerful technique. I know that there is a need. He needs my raw material urgently. He needs it urgently. He's stuck up. He just wants to negotiate further. I'm closing it then and there. So when do you want to delivery? Monday? This is one way of asking. You can ask anything that you can assume and ask anything, any closing statement. This is one example I gave you about delivery. It's one of the easiest where there is an urgency on the client's part, but it's taking some time to close. So how about delivery on Monday? You want it? Let's close it today. Let's sign it off. This is called alternative close. See, why I'm telling you about all these techniques is once you know all of them, you will practice, you will have wisdom that which technique has to be used where. ये सब प्रैक्टिस से आएगा. एक बार आप करोगे प्रैक्टिस, मास्टर हो जाएगा. फिर आपको सोचना नहीं पड़ेगा कि 10 टेक्निक्स कहाँ से है. You will know, okay, this is what I like. If you're a cricket player, you know if the ball is on offside, I need to play off right. But nowadays you can hit it for 6 also. It depends. But you need to practice all these strokes, right? Then once you're in match, you can play here, wherever you want. Closing is exactly like same. These are all your strokes. These are all tools I'm going to give you, right? If you have practiced all these tools in your match situation, that is your actual sales call, you know, okay, this is what my client is thinking, this needs to go here. Okay, this is what is thinking, this needs to go here. So that's the beauty of learning all these techniques. So just understand, learn these techniques and go on a sales call and use them. So this was assumptive close for you. Next one is the build up close method. Okay, this is called method of continued affirmation closing or build up close. I called it build up close for a reason, because you have done everything, you have done a solid objection handling, but still is taking some time, still not convinced. So you make another attempt. Well, sir, thank you so much. Well, sir, I understand, sir, this is a problem you mentioned. You will say yes. So this is the solution. I believe it fits perfectly. Do you agree? He will say yes. Now you're taking his yes. You're taking his affirmations. Yes, I agree. So this also fits in your budget. You will say yes. This fits in my budget. So if it addresses your problem, this satisfies all your needs, this fits in your budget, let's close it today. So this is called build up close. Correct? Or continuous affirmative close. Very powerful technique where client, now you make him understand like a child, that yes, this is a problem, this is my problem, this product solves my problem, it falls in my budget, why don't I close it? Right? So this is called build up close method or continued affirmation close. This was technique number 7. Now next 3 techniques that I'm going to give you are one of the most powerful techniques that you can use. These techniques, if used on field, can do wonders to your sales call. However, these techniques should be not used by novices or just lightly. These techniques are to be used by thorough professionals. Freshers, I would request you not to use these techniques right away. Wait for your opportunity. Learn the skills. Master it. Be the solid salesperson. Then you should use these techniques. Next 3 techniques. Very powerful techniques. It can do wonders to your business, but they have to be used responsibly. Otherwise, they will kill you in the market. They are so powerful. Okay, that's why there is a word of caution. So this is where the 7 techniques that I mentioned. Now next 3 very powerful techniques to be used with caution, serious warning. However, extremely powerful techniques. It's like if you have Brahmastra, तो सब जगह नहीं यूज कर सकते. You cannot use a missile, a nuclear weapon everywhere, right? So these 3 are nuclear weapons. Can you use nuclear weapons everywhere? No. So you have to be wise enough, you have to be matured enough to understand the importance and use it. Okay. So let's understand the next technique number 8. So this technique is called as half Nelson. Half Nelson, Nelson, it's in your slides. So this is called half Nelson closing method. So what is half Nelson and when should you use it? So sometimes it happens that customer is good to you, right? You have built up a rapport. However, he is not willing to understand or accept that no, your product is useless. There is no product which matches my need. Oh, I mean, he is not taking you at all seriously. He's saying it doesn't work. Oh no, I've used it all. This is all BS. They don't work. So now you have a rapport with him. He trusts you. So you say, understand the technique now. We are entering into half Nelson. Well, sir, thank you so much. So if I prove it to you that my product does this for you, will you buy it now? What have I done? I have thrown my hat. I have just thrown my hat. I have challenged him, but I am smilingly challenging him. What I'm saying, sir, if I prove it to you that my product works in these conditions excellently well, will you buy it now? Now what I'm taking, I'm closing it even before I'm telling my objection handling. Have you understood? I have taken his confirmation. Either he may say yes or he may say, okay, let me think. You first show me. In that case, show the data. If you're selling some product which has got third party data or some references, show it XYZ situation. This is what it has been done. My product has worked well. And now that I proved to you, let's close it. Very powerful method, half Nelson method. Alright. I'll give an example, a real life example. I was meeting one of very important clients, very powerful again. I had done a couple of meetings with him, and we were about to close that now, some big deal. And he had given us time, and then he was saying, Deepak, I only have 10 minutes, so let's finish it off quickly. I said, sir, only 5 minutes. Give me a check. So that is how you can be creative. Correct? So I'm just giving you one example of how I use certain techniques. So I said, sir, I don't want your 10 minutes. You just give me 5 minutes and you can close the sale then. Anyway, so half Nelson is, sir, if I prove it to you, will you buy my product now? If I do this, if my product does this to you, will you buy my product now? Right? And you can go for a close. That is half Nelson close. Very powerful. Already dikh rahe hai which all clients you can use? Yes. If you are confident of using it, go out and practice. Right? See, all these techniques are very powerful provided you practice and go. So how is half Nelson? Sir, if I show it to you how my product does or how my service has done or is it applicable here, will you buy now? Close it. Then show him the data, present it and close it. Okay, that is half Nelson for you. Now, next is bull's eye. This is closing technique number 9. This is number 9. Extremely powerful technique, bullseye. Now what is bullseye is during your rapport building process with him. That's why I always tell that you should spend more time with your customers, talking to them. While talking, they sometimes share their problems. Severe chronic problems, acute problem. It can be any kind of a problem. But you understand that there is a need for my product. And he is suffering because of that. It is a pain point for him. And during that discussion, it will not happen always, but sometimes it will happen. And during that discussion, if you have understood, okay, this is his problem, that time you can remember that. And at the opening of the sales call, you ask him, sir, I understand this is what you are looking at, correct? This is the problem you have, this is the solution, and you are looking for a solution. He'll say, yes. Present your product only for that US or only for that problem. No need to tell other 10 problems or applications. Say, sir, this is your problem, which is identified correctly. This is the product, solves it, let's close it. That is called bull's eye. So if your product has different applications in other 4 or 5 indications or 4 or 5 industry applications or 4 or 5 needs, it can satisfy. But if you have identified one correct need of this customer, sir, is it a problem that you don't get your raw material on time with all your vendors? Is this a problem? He'll say, yes, sir, I have got sorted this out because of my so and so processes. And so he'll say, oh, this is taken care. I mean, can you assure me every time before time delivery or on time delivery? Can you say yes, because my processes are set. That is his problem. So it can be anything for any kind of a business. So that is hitting the bullseye. That if you understand exactly what is his problem, place it at start of the presentation. Say, is this what you're looking at? I have a solution. Then he will listen to you like a child. Oh, he's having a solution for my problem. Answer it and close it. He's yours. Very powerful technique, boss. Bull's eye, right? And the last and final is again, this technique is very powerful. You should use this technique. The name of the technique is crawl back close. CBC. There is crawl back. Okay. So this technique is to be used only and only if we have done everything and it has failed. Maybe after, and these clients will be generally our COI, that is center of influence, a big distributor, a big CEO who has got a lot of clout. Because of him, lot of churning is going to happen. A lot of business opportunities are going to open for you. So he'll be that kind of a client, and you have done everything for him. There is a need, there is a product, there is a budget, everything is there, but somehow you are not able to get business out of this client. Okay, so you can do is crawl back. So this has to be done very smartly without hurting his ego, and you have to be genuine. I told you at beginning of the sessions that if to be a successful in sales, you need to be a good person, you need to be a good listener, and you should be good at heart. Correct? Because your customers can see that this person is genuine. So if you have done everything, you are still not getting your support from this client or the center of influence, you go and you submit yourself and say, sir, today I have come to learn from you. I need your guidance. That in spite of my so many visits, in spite of meeting you several times, this having a exact product what that you need, which is very much in your budget, still we are not able to do business. So, and you are important to me and my company. Since I don't want to lose further opportunities in market, I would like to learn what mistake I have done, so that in future I will keep that in mind with my other customers. And if you are sounding genuine, if the rapport has been built and he understands you are genuinely asking him, he will tell you the reason. Okay, this is the reason that I'm not buying. And these people are honest. Trust me. Take it very positively, constructively. The moment you tell him that, sir, I want to learn that if I've done any mistake here, or if I've hurt you in any way, or if anything that's bothering you from buying, so that at least I can correct it with my other clients, because I'm not able to sleep. That in spite of having everything that you need, we are not able to do business. And if he opens up, which he will, right? Do closing, do USP selling, objection handling, closing, and go for the close. As simple as that. Right? In my case, I can tell you again, one premium customer, and I made some meetings. I knew there is a need, there was a product, but again, no business, and he was a COI type person. And I openly asked him, sir, I'm doing everything that I'm giving you regular visit service, everything is there, but the business is not there. Can you help me to understand what I'm doing wrong? So he said, Deepak, nothing wrong with you, but a person before you had done so mistakes. He promised something, he did not deliver, and that's the reason I don't want to do business with your company. A big statement. And he was an extremely powerful customer for me, very important customer for me. And now I came to know that this is the problem, and nothing wrong with me, but something with my predecessor. I know how to handle it, and so I handled it well. I said, okay, sir, no problem. I respect that, and I really appreciate for you being honest. Thank you so much. However, you see, if you feel confident about me and my services, if I'm giving you correct service, then you do business with me. If you feel that I'm genuinely here to serve you, then do business. And after some time, he started giving me business because he felt there is honesty. So this is a very powerful technique, extremely powerful. It is going to make wonders to you. Any business that is not coming to you, you have done everything. There is a need, there is a budget, there is a solution that you have. Crawl back, close. Okay. So last three techniques are very powerful techniques. Learn to use them. Sir, अगर मैंने ये किया तो आप close करोगे? If I do this, if I show it to you, will you buy it now? Half Nelson. Bullseye. So is it what you're looking at? मेरे पास solution है. Yes, I need it. Close it. Crawl back. Sir, go with your surrender करो एकदम. Sir, मुझे बताओ क्या गलती हो गई. And then objection ending and close. Three extremely powerful techniques of closing. पहले 7 तो है. I have given you all 10 options of closing your sales call, and practice. right? Don't mug up and practice. Practice it invariably. Sit in front of a mirror. Practice. Imagine your real life scenarios. Practice. Practice in clinic. Practice in cabin of a customer. Practice during call. Consciously you practice 10, 12, 20 calls and you are a master of this. Trust me, guys. This can make you a super salesperson. You can have techniques. You can have sales closing almost every call. No jokes. The customer will never be able to go away from you if you learn these techniques. These are all techniques. They need to be practiced. They're all skills, right? So this is how we close this. I am sure you enjoyed these sessions. This was the 10th session, and I gave you 10 different techniques of closing a sales call. I'm sure you will use it, and you'll be a super salesperson. God bless you. All the best. Bye bye.